Yes boys, welcome back to the channel. It's Erdtree. I hope you all having an awesome day. This place I'm stood in is the Specimen Storehouse. Now this is an absolute worldie of a place to invade in. It's absolutely awesome. I'm just going to do a full video just invading in the Specimen Storehouse, and I'm going to make it an absolute killing ground. I'm using my anvil hammer, I'm using a cold infused smith script axe with that new freezing stomp ash of war on it. I'm playing into the guard counters and I'm just going to turn people into pancakes in the Specimen Storehouse, and I'm going to bring absolute chaos. It's going to be absolutely glorious, so sit back, relax and enjoy. So guys, I decided to turn the Specimen Storehouse into my own personal little hunting ground for this session. I spent all night just invading in here. I didn't invade anywhere else. I just spent the whole night lurking in these tight corridors, roaming around these bookshelves, hunting players down and just having the absolute best time ever. This place is the best place to invade ever. It's so good. It's such a good little map to invade in. It's so vertical, there's a lot of different layers to it. There's so many different places you can run and hide and ambush. There's some good PvE support. If you've invaded here before yourself, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've not invaded here, if you've not had the good fortune to get invasions here yet, I highly recommend that you come to this original initial grace point and just do local invasions. It's an invasion hotspot. It's always really busy. You'll get invasions all day long. I imagine if you regularly do invasions, you will have been here before, but by some like unlucky chance, if you've actually not managed to get an invasion in here, fix it. Get yourself down here and do some invasions. It's so good, honestly. So the build, I'm using my anvil hammer. The good old anvil hammer. I've been using this one from the start on this build. It's an absolute killer machine. Look at it, it's just beautiful. It's just a massive big chunk of iron, isn't it? Does some good fire damage, and the guard counters do absolutely disgusting damage, and I love this play style. Since they brought this new flask in, the new tier for your physic flask, the deflecting hard tier, it's made guard counters so much fun. You do these reactive guard counters and you can absolutely squash people. How did those two attacks not just hit this host, by the way? I don't know what all that was about. I feel like they should have definitely connected with him, but either way he's about to die. Just another person turned into a pancake under the weight of the anvil hammer. Yeah, the guard counters, I love playing into this playstyle on this build. I've kind of leaned into it from the very start, and it's carried me all the way to where I am now with this build. And it's been fantastic. I've used it in the PvE and I've used it a lot in PvP, and this new talisman creates such a good play style. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Now let me just tell you about this invasion that's coming up now. Now I invaded these two quite a few times. Unfortunately I didn't keep any of the previous invasions, but these two, talk about cheese, these two have just been clearing the whole place out. The whole Specimen Storehouse is empty of PvE, and these two have been running around for ages just using the most ridiculous broken weapons ever. The guy who's using the greatsword, this guy now, the Guts cosplayer. Oh, I just love a Guts cosplay, guys. I love an original, never seen before Guts cosplay. You just can't beat it, can you? It's just the best cosplay ever. But this guy with a greatsword, this is the first time in this invasion I'd actually seen him using it. He'd been using Swift Slash on backhand blades all day long, and that was before the nerf as well. I actually recorded this yesterday and the nerf just came in today. So, you know, the Swift Slash was still pretty ridiculously broken, and he was running around with Swift Slash, just making life for invaders an absolute living hell. And I invaded them this time and I was determined to make something happen, so I decided to back off a little bit and buy myself a little bit of time, and I came back up here to this ledge. Now as soon as I got up here and I came anywhere near this PvE support, these two wouldn't come anywhere near me. I was trying to get them to attack me and goad them out of this little room, But typical gankers, you know, as soon as you get any kind of PvE support, they're using ridiculously broken weapons. They're obviously very strong with the kits and the stats and doing a lot of damage. As soon as you go near any PvE support, it's absolutely typical. They won't come anywhere near you. But I weren't going to play into their little game, you know. I was determined to make something happen in this invasion because these two had killed me a lot of, you know, a lot of times previous to this. They was giving me the point downs, he was teabagging me. Just typical gank behaviour, you know what I mean? So, you know, I was going to take my time with this one. Now, I just noticed that I've got a fellow invader finally. Someone else has shown up to help me with these two. So I just back up again and I realise that he's up here behind me. And now it's a 2-on-2, so, you know, things are looking a little bit better for this invasion. Now, we stayed up here for a while. There was no chance these two were coming up here now. There's two invaders and we've got a bit of PvE support. They weren't going to come up here in a million years, so it was time for us to make a move. As you just saw, I noticed that our fellow red man there was making a move heading down. And I did a bit of a lucky hefty throwing pot throw and I managed to time it just right and get some damage on these two. And I've noticed that our fellow red man is also using the swift slash, but honestly I just do not care. I do not care. I just wanted these two dead. I wanted to get them killed because they was abusing that all night long. So to get someone in who killed them with a piece of their own, you know, a taste of their own medicine like that, I'll take that all day long. That's how it feels, boys. That is how it feels. And after that, I actually didn't see him again, so they might have moved on to somewhere else or decided that they couldn't be bothered clearing the whole place out again to do some ganking. So, you know, who knows where they ended up. But yeah, a bit of taste of their own medicine. It's always good. Always good. This was a really good invasion as well against these two. This turned into a proper good war of attrition. Proper good brawl against these two. I actually went down to challenge them on this little area where they are. I'm not always one for just standing off and dragging an invasion out for ages. If someone's not going to come to me, I usually just go and start the fight, see what happens and then take it from there. But as soon as I got down here to these two, the host is spamming some big area of effect incantations. And I just knew, you know, I knew that I had to get out of here. If I'd have stayed down here, it was going to be game over very quickly. So I take my opportunity here and I back up and I get myself a bit of space. But lucky for me, the summon here is eager for a fight, which is, you know, really, really good in my books. Respect to this guy for actually chasing me and not just staying back. Yeah, I just think it's really good. If you're going to fight, just have a fight, you know, don't hang around down there. Come and chase me, let's get it on. And chase me he did. So I've got the chance now to back up and give myself a little bit of space. As you can see here again, there's some PvE support, so that's put these two off chasing me, which is absolutely fine for now because I can do some harassing with my big hefty throwing pots, and I've got some tools to keep them busy at long range. Now you can see this Smith Script axe that I'm using in my second weapon slot. I'm using the Divine Beast Frost Stomp, and it's absolutely class. I love the Ash of War. I've really come around to using it. It's actually really good and I like it a lot more now I've used it quite a few times. You can actually charge it up like this and it's ridiculously long range. It's actually very kind of deceptive. It's deceptively long range and the cone that you spread out is huge. It's really good. It does really good damage. It, you know, inflicts them with frostbite really well. And I've really come around to using it. Initially I didn't know if there was much difference between that and the Hoarfrost Stomp. I thought there weren't much difference, but the more I've used it, the more I realised it's all about charging it up. If you charge it up, you'll get some real good distance and some good damage, and it does get me a few good kills in this invasion. I'm just working on the horse now. I managed to kill the summon in this one earlier. I've got the horse down low, I've got him under a load of pressure, and watch this. I kill him, but then I'm waiting for the notification that he's dead. I give him a nice bow because I thought that was a really respectful duel after I killed his summon. I'm just waiting for the notification and then start to think that he were even the host. I thought, is the host hiding somewhere here? Is the host pulled a fast one on me and I've just killed his two summons and he's hiding? I didn't quite know what was going on, but then it became clear. After what I thought was a respectful duel, the host actually pulled the plug just before I killed him. What an absolute coward. Absolute cowardice behaviour. There's no excuse for that. I just felt it was such a shame for him to end a good invasion in such a low, on such a low note. But I'll take that all day long. If you wind someone up enough for them to DC, then, it's shame on them, isn't it? But we're on to the next one now. Invasions coming thick and fast in the storehouse. Honestly, just invade here if you haven't already. It's so busy, you'll get invasions all night long. The only problem is with invading here that I started to realise is the more you invade, the more you get invasions down here in this one area near the actual grace. You don't get many invasions up on the upper layers. You obviously do get a few, but it just seems like the majority of invasions will bring you in down here near the grace on the bottom level. So what I actually started doing was backing off up into the level like I am doing now, just trying to give them chance to come up and have a bit of variation in where we're actually fighting. It's good to give them a bit of space to progress. It's not, I don't mind just going down, challenging them down near the grace, but sometimes it feels right to just back up a bit, give myself a bit of space, give them a bit of space to come forward, and it just makes for a better invasion. Give yourself a bit of space, find that PvE support, explore the level a bit more, start to realise and learn the map, learn all those little shortcuts and all those little hiding spots, and like I say, it just makes it a bit more interesting. Look at my health. They nearly destroyed me there. I must have been like 2 or 3 health. So lucky to get away with that one, but I managed to back myself up, heal up, and we go again. I've already killed one of the summons in this invasion, so I'm working on this second summon now, and then I can just take the host out one-on-one. In these situations, I always like to kill the summons first before I go after the host. It's always the best way to approach the invasion. And you can see this guy's using a giant katana there. I've not actually tried those yet. I can't wait to try it out. I've got plans coming up though to use one of those on a build or two, so keep your eyes open for that. And as soon as he approached me there, I knew it was game over. I knew that the Ash of War and the Iron Anvil, the big hammer Ash of War, the smithing art spear, I knew that was going to poise through his attack. And as soon as I landed it, it was game over. And then I could focus on getting this host and getting this invasion won. And there we go. I turned him into a pancake. I squashed his brains all over the floor. I'm painting the Specimen Storehouse red with the blood of hosts and summons, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm the monster that lurks in the shadows. I'm like the ghost of the Specimen Storehouse. They're writing myths and legends about me. They tell the children not to come into the Specimen Storehouse because Erdtree's lurking around the next corner. These 3 put me under a hell of a lot of pressure straight away. This is what's so good about these types of invasions when you get these aggressive ganks. It's not even a gank, is it? They're just playing through the level. But when you get a group of players like this who are aggressive and willing to come forward, it makes it so good because, like I said earlier, it gives you a chance to back up into the level. You know they're going to follow you in because they're being so aggressive. They've obviously got a lot of confidence that they're going to kill me, which is perfect for me, it's absolutely fine. Take that bookshelf. I just threw a hefty pot at that bookshelf. I showed it who's boss. I'm the boss. But you can see these 3 aggroing on me like crazy, and I've absolutely no problem with this. But it's looking like they're going to get the better of this invasion. They just put me under too much pressure. This guy's using the spark aromatic, and yeah, it's looking like this one might be a loss because they're being so aggressive. I'm doing my best, but there we go. Last couple of shots and we take the loss. I'm absolutely fine with that. Great invasion, a lot of fun. Those 3 were being super aggressive, chasing me into the map, which is, it's all good. I absolutely love it. Like I said, man, I was invading here all night. I was invading for ages. I took quite a few losses in here. There were some mad ganks, but I had some epic fights. So even the losses in places like this, when you're playing on a good map with a good layout and stuff, even the losses always turn into really good fights. So it's all good. It's just a lot of fun. Watch this now. The power of the guard counter. Get absolutely squashed. It just makes it easy when someone's using 2 halberds especially to get that reactive guard counter which gives us the boost from our flask. Yeah, really good, really good. I absolutely love playing into the guard counters, guys. Honestly, it's so strong. It's such a cool little play style, and I think it just suits the anvil hammer. It suits it really well. Proper good stuff. I'm loving the hefty throwing pots as well. I try to use these as often as possible in the invasions. Get absolutely squashed, White Mask. Get absolutely squashed. White Mask control, guys. Keep those numbers down. And I finished the host off there with the Divine Beast Frost Stomp. It's really good for finishing players off at low health. As I said, you know, with the long range on it, when they're low health like that, it's really good for just getting those last couple of ticks of damage. Now we've got another invasion coming up now. I think this is another quick one. You can see this guy's using the Milady, the light greatsword. Again, another weapon I've not actually used yet, but I intend to in the future at some point. Really nice playstyle with that one. And again, I finished the host off with the Beast Frost Stomp. Great couple of invasions, really quick. Bish bash bosh. Nice quick kills. And now we're in for our very last invasion of the video, guys. The Specimen Storehouse, absolutely wonderful place to invade. Like I say, you've got to try it out if you've not done before, even if you've just had 1 or 2 invasions here before. Proper have a session and just invade here. You'll start to learn the layout of the place. You'll learn all the little shortcuts, all the little tricks that you can do around the bookshelves and stuff. It's really good. Give it a go. Just dedicate an invasion session just to play in here, and you'll really enjoy it. Trust me on that, you'll have a lot of fun. But like I say, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look after yourselves, look after each other, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you all on the next video.